What's going on, everybody? So I want to make this video about kind of what I've been doing for the past week. So for the past week, I have had like no human contact, like no human interaction. And it's like this really basically every week now, but for this past week, it's been a little different. I haven't made videos really. I haven't done anything. The only thing I did for 7 days straight is make music. I worked on some of my projects just with Mark Dreams. I'm going to be uploading to the WeedTube, which is another like video hosting site, as well as been working on a few projects I'm working on. Like I'm going to be starting a Patreon. I have an NFT project that I'm working on, as well as just all these things I'm working on, right? And this is what I did with my entire week. But for the majority of the week, I sat here and made music. So like I finished my album, right? Um, Basically, I mean, I guess there's 4 more songs I have to remaster. So I sat there for 36 hours straight and made music. Like 36 hours straight. I only took a food break, right? I didn't take any like no sleep for 36 hours. Just sat here with the headphones in, making music. And then I would take a food break, let the headphones charge, and then get back to making music. And literally I sat here architecting the frequencies and architecting the bass and like making sure the timing of the echoes was right for each instrument. And I was doing this thing where I was like I had to time the echoes right from each instrument so they interacted in a certain way. And like I was going in. And for that 36 hours, I took LSD and I was like literally just in the music. I was able to put the blindfold on, and when I was done mastering the song and done mixing or whatever, I put the blindfold on and I was able to see the music. Like I could see the music behind my eyes, the closed eye visuals, and I could tell the different frequencies that I used. If I changed the frequencies of the instruments, it would change what I was seeing. And like I completely understood Icaros or whatever you want to call them, but I completely understood them, and like I completely get it. So literally I just sat here the whole time. And a lot of people misunderstand me. So a lot of people think, I abuse psychedelics, or a lot of people think, I don't know, that's a lot of people think a lot, but realistically, they just don't understand me, that who I am is this, and this is all I know how to be. And I've been making music like this since I was 11, but what I didn't realize is, okay, so I went through the breakup recently, right, that I went through about 2 months ago. The girl that I was with broke up with me, and I was like devastated, completely like shattered. Until this past week. This past week, I literally felt more alive than I've felt the most alive since she's left. Like being able to sit there nonstop and make music, no complaints. I don't watch movies. I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch Hulu. I don't watch any TV shows or any shows whatsoever. When I take my food breaks, I sit down and watch a YouTube video or something. But like literally, it has been amazing being able to be me. I love being a workaholic when it comes to the work I want to do. I love doing what I want to do. And it's that thing that I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and it was briefly came up that I do what I want to do like all the time, right? And then it kind of clicked to her, well, is that why you seem to be like happy all the time or whatever? And I'm not happy all the time, but I do have my peace all the time, and I have my peace all the time because I do what I love to do all the fucking time, all the time. And the main thing I want to do with my life is make music. So I'm literally getting ready to start selling beats. I'm getting ready to start whatever, because all I want to do with my life is make music. That's it. I want more 36-hour of like, I want more time like that. More days of me just sitting there making music all day long. And that's it. Like, that's all I need. Like, people don't understand, because I've been doing this since I was a kid. When I was 11 years old, I was born and raised an only child, so I was the only child, and it was just me and music, and I would write music all day long. I would skip school to make music. I would, It was just, that was my thing, and that's all I did. I got locked up at 14 for an armed robbery, right? I got sent away for a year because it was a YO. And when I got out, I came out with a like composition notebooks full of lyrics, full of lyrics. So like when I got into the relationship I was just in, I didn't realize that it takes a lot to get to know somebody. Like, I kind of sacrificed me, right? Everything I was doing because I knew I couldn't, you know, like she had children. So like in my mind, I was changing not necessarily changing who I was, but changing what I do in a sense, because if you have children, if you have whatever, if you have children, it's not okay to like trip whenever you want. Or if you have children, it's not okay to make music for 36 hours straight or whatever. There's certain things that whatever, or at least that I thought it wasn't okay. But what I'm realizing now is it's like, even if me and that girl never get back together, right? If I ended up with another girl or whatever, like basically I'm realizing that I will never not be me again, that I'm the type of man that's gonna make music for 36 hours. I'm the type of man that's gonna sit here and trip whenever I want. I'm the type of man that's gonna do what the fuck I want to do within reason, because what I'm doing isn't hurting anybody else. It's literally me. It's not hurting me. Sitting here making music for 36 hours, other people might be like, oh, I couldn't do that. I can't stay up that late or whatever. And obviously, you know, tripping helped, but like, people don't understand that this is what sets my soul on fire. This is why I'm here, why I'm alive, is to make this music. Because it's the only thing I want to do. Because I don't make music for anyone else. Like, it's not like I'm making these songs because I'm hoping I become a famous musician, or I'm hoping I get a bunch of whatever plays or all these streams. No, I'm just doing the only thing I know how to do. I'm just doing the only thing I have ever done. Ever done. I was worried. Like, I was hoping that my ex would come back because I was worried that I'd go back to where I used to be, and I kind of did, but in a much better way, than I thought, because I'm becoming financially stable, as well as I'm slowly turning my own life into my career. My life will be my form of income. People will say, well, how do you make money? And I'm going to say, by just living my life. That's how I make money. I have a Patreon. I'm going to do behind the scenes for me making my music on the Patreon, and a lot of behind the scenes things is going to be switched from, because right now I do a lot of behind the scenes on Instagram. I just made a beat yesterday on Instagram Live, but I'm going to start doing that in the behind the scenes of Patreon, as well as just, I got this NFT project that I'm working on, where basically with this NFT project, it's, I'm most likely going to be, in a sense, giving away my percentages of my royalties. So, like, right now, when I drop my album, I own all my masters. I'll get all the money from whatever. But with this NFT project, the people that buy the NFT, basically, they'll either get, like, 1 to 10% of the money that I make from my music from now until, right? As long as they own that NFT. That, I just have all these goals and all of this shit that I did in 1 week. Like, y'all have no idea what you could do in 1 week if you don't talk to your friends, if you don't fucking scroll, if you don't watch TV, if you don't watch Netflix and Hulu, if you don't do dumb shit, if you don't go out and party, if you don't whatever. Because, like, my partying, bro, I sit here, I trip balls, and I make music for 36 hours straight, right? And, like, because that's what I do. I'm a real psychedelic musician. There are people who make psychedelic music, but like, I'm a real psychedelic musician because I'm a real psychonaut that just loves to make music. Like, this is just really who I am. It's that thing that I used to say I'm a modern day shaman because, like, in a sense, I am a modern day shaman. Or if shaman actually does evolve with the modern world, then people like me are considered, psychonauts would be considered the modern day shamans. And especially psychonauts who are deep divers, who then just express their experiences in the things they do. Like, for me, I make music and I express my psychedelic experiences inside of my music. as well as I make music while I'm on the psychedelics. I meditate and I travel dimensions and I face myself and I figure out who I am and what I want to be. And like while I'm tripping, I've been working on mantras and like working on this mantra to basically be able to turn my life into my career. And it is working. And you want to know why it's working? Because the mantras are backed up by the things that I'm doing, that I am moving through the physical world in the way that it will take me into the future that I want. Like, so many people are moving in the physical world, but they're moving in a way that's going to get them something they don't want, right? You have to pay attention to how you move, because how you move matters more than how you think. Because how I think, it has been altered for a long time. How I've been moving has not been altered for a long time. I've been moving like I've been poor because I was raised poor. I've been moving like I'm not an entrepreneur. I've been moving like I'm not a musician. I've been moving like I'm whatever, but I am a fucking musician. I am an entrepreneur in training. I am these are things I am, because this is all I've been working on. All I've been working on is me, becoming a better me, sitting here by myself, meditating alone, tripping alone, working on my music alone, working on myself alone. I didn't have time to hang out with friends, so I don't. I don't have time to do things, so I don't. I sit here and I'm eating and living like I'm poor so I can save some money. I'm sitting here and like, this is what I did with my entire week. And yeah, it's been a fucking awesome week though. Like, y'all don't understand. I've had the time of my life sitting here making music, finished a majority of like my most favorite songs on the album. I finished them all. I released my one song, Traveling. I re-released it because I remastered it. And it's just I'm finally starting to see progress. I'm finally starting to see movement. It's starting to fucking work. It's starting to work because that's all I'm doing is putting the work into what I'm working on. Like, for this past week, I sat here and worked on music. In 2 weeks, when my album's completely done, I'm going to sit here and work on my book. The same way I sat here for 36 hours working on my music and completely remastered 4 to 5 songs and completely finished them in that 36 hours is the same way I'm going to sit down with my book and finish a few chapters in my book in 36 hours. I'm going to sit there the entire fucking time and work on my book to get it done. And this is how I get things accomplished. And people always say, like, how do I have motivation for any of this? I don't know. All I know is this is all I have the energy for. That I don't even have energy for a job. I quit my job because I didn't have energy for that shit. One, it was too far away, so I had to take the bus, and there was just this complication because then I had to leave the house like an hour earlier, and it was just too time consuming. The fact that I had to leave the house an hour earlier, and then when I take the bus back, it takes me an hour later. So that's 2 extra hours that I'm just traveling to work. And so I'm planning on getting this job that's 3 blocks down the fucking street so that I could just walk to the job. It's a nighttime job and it's only 2 to 3 days a week. And when I was explaining this to this dude, right, this dude did not understand because I was explaining, people were like, well, yeah, you can get those hours and get those hours. Like, I don't want no fucking 40-hour job. I don't want 30-hour job. I don't even need 20 hours. I just need like fucking 15 hours a week so that I can have some money, save it. I'm gonna live like I'm fucking poor for the next whatever until I have enough money. And I've been saving money. I'm reinvesting in the Kratom so I can start selling Kratom. Like I said, I'm gonna start my Patreon. Like I said, I'm gonna start selling beats. Like I said, I'm working on the NFT project and working on my book and working on my music, and all of these things are going to bring in some income because I used to be, I don't know, scared of money? I don't fucking know. You become woke, quote unquote, right? And then you get scared of money for some reason. Because when I was younger, before I was quote unquote woke, right, I created this rap group. Me and my friend created this rap group, and it was like a mini gang in a sense before it was a rap group, and it was called Straight Cash. And like, it was spelt like straight, like the Dardanelle Straits, because like, we were like, you gotta come through us to get the cash or whatever. It was just some dumb shit. But like, I never wanted to go back to that dumb shit. of getting straight cash. So I told myself I'd rather be poor than focus on that straight cash and hustle and do all that other shit. But now I'm realizing that no, I'm going to gross in income based on just who I am. My life is going to bring me money. My book that I'm writing, my music, my Patreon, my video, like all of this shit could bring in money if you want it to, because money is just exchange of energy. All of it is energy. I put my energy into all of these things, and money will come back to me because money is just the energy being returned back to me from the energy I put into my things. Now I understand this shit because I have been sitting here. I've been tripping for like the past 2 months. You know, I've been tripping by myself, learning about myself, figuring out my mind, figuring out what traits do I want to keep and which ones do I want to get rid of. And I want to keep me, but I want to get rid of parts of the old me, parts of the me that got me where I am. Like, I guess the me that got me where I am, music-wise, talent-wise, mental-wise, emotionally and spiritually, that's awesome. But the me that got me poor, right, it's time to change that. I'm changing those programs. I'm no longer going to live by poor programs. I'm no longer going to live by the program of you have to watch TV, or like, this is why it's this weird thing when now I'm kind of enjoying being single, because I don't have to watch anything. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is make music. All I have to do is what I want to do. And it's beautiful, because the only thing I want to do is gain control of my reality. That's it. I want to manifest the life that I fucking deserve. So, therefore, I am manifesting the life I want to deserve because I'm putting all of my energy into it. If somebody did not manifest the life that they wanted, it's because they half-assed their energy. They half-assed it. Like, I'm not half-assing nothing. I am putting my fucking all into this. And I have 10 years to do this. I gave myself a 10-year plan when I was 25. And I'm 27 now. So, like, I have until I'm 35 to sit here and work on my fucking craft, to work on my music and get good and start performing, to write my book, to finish it, to self-publish it and get it out there, and to hopefully, I want to get on some podcasts. I have some goals to get on some big podcasts. Like, y'all know all the big podcasts that I want to get on, and I'm coming for every single one of them, like, for real. I'm coming for every single one of them. And the way I plan on coming for every single one of them is by making the music, making my book, dropping these things, pushing these things, still working on my videos, and keep doing my thing. I have a lot of crazy-ass ideas, right? I'm just a fucking crazy dreamer, right? But, like, because I got goals. I want to do a TEDx talk. There's so much shit I want to do. Like, y'all have no idea. But now I have time to do it. Like, this is why it was really shitty going through the breakup I just went through. But it's awesome because now all I have is time to do everything I want to do with my life. Because I've been doing this since I was 11. This isn't new to me. The only thing that was new, the reason why it seems like, I guess I'm a little behind on the timing that I planned on doing all this shit, is because I stopped everything because I was getting ready to willingly be a husband, a stepfather. I was going to focus on getting a new apartment and getting a better apartment for, you know, the girl and the kids and the life. And now it's like, fuck that. I am fine living in this shitty apartment as long as I got money. I'm fine living in this shitty apartment as long as I got my album dropped. I'm fine because I can now build me, right? I can now, you know, buy some new clothes. I haven't bought new clothes in years. You know, I can finally get some new things. Like, there's all these things that I could focus on now for me that I'm like, well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about the clothes. Honestly, I just want my book and album done. That's it. And that's why I took 7 days to sit here and work on music nonstop with no interruptions, with no time to talk, with no time to do anything, really. Like, that's why I sit here, and in 2 weeks, I'm going to do the same thing, but with my book. I'm going to stop working on music. I'm going to stop doing the music shit, and I'm going to sit here and just write the book. That is it. Like, I got my 2 books I'm working on, Theory Series and My Path, My Journey. My Path, My Journey is more like, I have to explain a little bit of what got me to the journey. So, like, When I got locked up at 14 for armed robbery, that was an experience. Let me tell you. That was the first like wake up call in my life. So I'm working. That's the chapter I'm working on right now for My Path, My Journey, and I'm also working on Theory Series. But Theory Series, I don't know if I'm going to call it Theory Series, but Theory Series is just going to be a book of my video series that's called Theory Series, and it's going to be a book that's more detailed, and really all I got to do is watch the videos, put them in there. There's a few theories that I never made videos for, and I'm also adding in like the people who came up with the idea of the Akashic Records, the people who came up with the, I think it was the Theophrastic Society, like, all of that information is getting thrown in Theory Series as well. So, really, this is just my plan. Now, I have more time to do me. I got time to do the impossible, because that's my plan, to do the impossible. It's easy getting a job and living life and whatever. It's hard to live the life you were meant to live. It's hard, but this is my plan. I got this crazy-ass idea to upload my consciousness into the internet. That's why I speak so much of me into the videos, because like I have this crazy idea and I'm just trying to do this crazy idea. And the crazy idea, some people think I'm making an album. They think I'm a musician. Other people are going to think I'm an author. Other people are going to think I'm a philosopher. Other people are going to think I'm a shaman. Other people are going to think, but really, what am I trying to do? What am I doing? What am I doing by making the music that I want to make? By architecting the sounds and the echoes and making it me? What am I doing by making videos, authentically speaking my mind and showing myself? Probably giving you guys too much information sometimes. What am I doing by writing my book? And in the book I explain details, and I mean details, things that other people would probably say would be embarrassing for them to speak of, but it's not embarrassing to me because I have this idea that I'm working on, and I don't know how to explain it other than I'm trying to save me into these mediums, into these things. Like, people think that we have to wait for technology to evolve to upload ourselves into the technology. That's what I'm doing right now. I am uploading myself into the technology by making these videos, by making my songs and uploading them, by writing my book and then I'm gonna get it out there, by putting me into things and then throwing it out into the world. It allows me to float in the world, even, and hopefully, the goal is, hopefully, after this body is dead. Like, I don't know. So, I just got this goal, and I'm just having the time of my life, right? I'm literally just living. Like, other people, I don't know what people do with their life, but literally, I do what makes me feel alive, and I don't want to live a life any other way. And that's what this made me realize, that like, if I ever got with another girl, or if I ever got back with the girl that broke up with me, or whatever, literally, anyone who is with me is going to have to accept the fact that I'm going to be this until the day I die. That I don't give a shit about conforming or what looks right. I don't care if this looks wrong. Like, it looks bad that I trip so often. It looks bad that it doesn't matter to me, because I don't care if I look bad. I care about being the real me. I want to make sure when I die me. You know how many people die a complete fucking stranger to the person they actually are? Like, it's insane. So, yeah, this is my plan. So, this is my plan for, like, the next 8 years, right? So, I got 8 years of, well, 7 years, technically. 7 more years of, sitting here, working on my goals, focusing on my book. I'm relaunching my business. Like, all these things I'm doing, I have so many ideas. By the time I'm 30, my goal is to at least have 4 streams of income. Just 4. My online business, my music, my book, my beats, selling my beats, and that's 4 right there. And it's not that complicated. It's just time consuming. But it's so much easier when you're alone. When from Monday to Friday, there's no kids here. From Monday to Friday, there's no girl here. From Monday to Friday, it is just me here. Me, by myself. So many people hate being alone. I love being alone because I love my own company. I love who I am. I love the fact that I could sit here and make music. I don't need to watch anything that's entertaining because I could watch my own videos and listen to my own songs. Like, I am entertaining on my own. I can sit here and meditate and silence my mind if I want because I've been practicing meditation for years. Or I could sit here and think about deep thoughts and philosophical ideas if I want because sometimes that's fun, right? Like, I'm just having fun, having the time of my life, being me and expressing me and building me.